went live on my cell phone from YouTube. I wanted to see how it is work out. But since I am live, I figure I'd go ahead and give y'all a little lesson real quick. Now, a lot of people would believe that it's hard to make $1 million by the end of 2024. A lot of people believe that it's hard to make $1 million fast. But I would always ask people, well, what would it be? What do you consider fast when it comes to making $1 million? Because most people make $1 million, but they never get to see it. And the reason why they don't get to see it is because they make $1 million too slow. So fast depends on you. You will always measure the speed of fast. Now, if you want to make $1 million in 30 days, that's extremely fast. But to make $1 million in 1 year, I think that's fast too. And it's simply because I watch people go to work every day for $60,000, right? $50,000. So you can just do calculations right there and understand how long the average person takes to make $1 million, right? 10 years working, they may make $1 million. And even if they do work for 10 years and make that $1 million, they'll never ever get an opportunity to see the $1 million. So the speed of making $1 million, if it takes a year, if it takes 2 years, that's fast, whether you know it or not. And it depends on who you're talking to. But I want to teach you guys how to make $1 million by the end of 2024. If you just follow these directions, it's very, very simple. The key to making it is you got to find $1 million problem. And if you don't feel comfortable finding a problem, well, go find two $500,000 problems. Go find 10, $50,000 problems, right? And now you got $1 million. Now you'll probably be a whole lot easier finding 10, $50,000 problems versus $1 million. But the beauty about what I teach you guys, government contracting, $1 million ain't even 1% of the government's spending every year, right? So it's very easy to make $1 million if you understand having a customer. They got over $4 trillion, right? $1 million is nothing to them. But if all of your customers is your mom and pop shop in your community, people on the internet, then it does become extremely easy to make $1 million because the odds are nobody that you're talking to got $1 million to spend with you. They don't have $50,000 to spend with you. So we got to change the way that we operate because we want to generate a lot of revenue faster. If you want to take 10 years to make $1 million, then by all means, you can actually work with individuals that'll pay you $5,000 at a time, $2,500 at a time. Hopefully, in 10 years, you'll be able to get enough $2,500 transactions that equal $1 million. But just do that math and understand how long it's going to take you to get to $1 million. Only charging $2,500. That's a lot of customers that you're going to have. And the odds are you're going to fail in business because you don't even know that many people, right? So we got to change our operation up if you want $1 million. One, we got to pay attention. Where can I solve bigger problems? Well, of course, the government has the largest problems in the world. They spend the most money on all of their problems. So that's why I start you guys there. But I give you guys this other little kicker here. Your local county right now at this moment, I don't care what county you live in, it doesn't matter to me. You can Google economic development. You need to become a part of your economic development. You need to start showing up to those meetings. When you start showing up to the economic development meetings, what's going to happen is other business owners are also going to be at those meetings. So I just left like an AI workshop right now. I don't need to learn nothing about that AI. They ain't taught me nothing inside of that AI event, not one time. But I understand that some of my business practices is implementing AI into people's systems. So I went to the event to hear what the county was talking about with AI, to understand who they contracted to teach AI to all of the other business owners that they invited to this event. Well, one, I got to see the company, which was University of Maryland, who got the contract. I understand that they got paid quite a bit of money to teach. I think it was probably about 30 to 40 small business owners in the room. So they got paid to teach 30 to 40 business owners. I'm sure well over $20,000, probably more than that because they're doing two classes. But that ain't the kicker. That's not why I'm really like, yo, I want y'all to be a part of those events. But the thing is, I went there because the county did the job for me that I already need, right? I need clients that have the type money that I want to generate. Well, guess what? I don't have to go look for them. The county invited all of the small business owners that have that liquid cash to spend with me. And the other beauty about it is I know they're all interested in AI because it was an AI event. So I killed two birds with one stone. Now it's my job to listen and network. That's all I was doing in there. Listening to who had the largest problem that AI could solve. And I found about 10 people in there that when I spoke and introduced myself, I made sure that I announced the things that I could do that was catered to their problem. Like I got the solution. I didn't tell them I have the solution. I just told them what my company does. It just so happened that my company solves their problems. That's how I did my elevator pitch. So now it's in their ear, like, hold on, that's the guy right there. He said that he builds out the AI. Like, we're here at the AI course. He said he has a company that builds out AI and automation. Well, the beauty about the first half of the class, they did all the talking about AI and automation. When lunchtime came, I was the person who introduced myself to say that we already do AI and automation. So guess who they came to talk to at lunch? Well, just like that, in my bag, I got 4 out of the 10 clients that I seen in there, potential clients, reached out to me, gave me their contact information, say, I want to talk to you further. Great. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. They know I'm not charging no cheap price. I also know that they got the revenue for me to help them. How do I know that? Well, this event that we were just at is for 2 days. It's not on a Friday or Saturday either. This is 2 days on a Tuesday and a Wednesday. Not only is it 2 days on a Tuesday and Wednesday, the shit is all day. We've been in there since 8:30 this morning. Just got out. Well, I left. I couldn't take it no more. They still up there. So in order to be at this event for 2 days, that means to me that you got some disposable money, right? Like you have some type of system set up and operating that's already generating you enough revenue that you could be here with me for 2 days. I can be here for 2 days because I got a system that generates revenue without me being there. So it clicks in. Everybody in this room has the revenue for what I have to offer. And I don't got to go find the people. They're sitting right here in the room with me. So I'm encouraging you guys, if you want to make $1 million fast, the first thing you need to do is meet up with your local EDC, Economic Development something. Forget what the C stands for. I just know economic development. Everybody got one. I don't care what city, what state, what county you live in. You need to put your county in, followed by Economic Development Corporation. Maybe that's what the C stands for. And then that'll pop up with a bunch of information. All of the events that they got going on for this month, it'll all pop up. You need to show up to the events. The more events you show up to, the more your face is seen, the more that the government sees you, as well as the private sector sees you. And if you utilize your voice correctly in there, if you do like I said that I did, like I didn't just introduce myself. So I listen to everybody just introduce themselves and just spill out their business with their words and all that stuff. Nobody took the time out to say, well, wait a minute. If I got over 30 business owners in this room, why don't I work on my elevator pitch right now and understand what type of clients are in here? And maybe, just maybe, I could potentially find a client in the room. They didn't do that. I was the only one. So I'm encouraging y'all, go to these meetings, meet these people, and you find your $1,000,000. So that's one way. The next way that we're going to do it, and the reason why I started you there, is because not only will you be able to find potential clients that can pay you the type money that you want, but number two is that you'll be able to build a relationship with business owners to potentially do contracts together. And once again, the odds are that business owner that's sitting right there, they already have been working on their craft, so they can easily help you out when it comes to contracting because they already got the resources. They've already got the past performance. They just needed you. So now I'm generating revenue from the 10 people. Well, I'm telling y'all how I'm about to work this thing out. My goal is to generate revenue from the 10 people. Hopefully I can get all 10. I'll be satisfied with 5 or 6. So almost 100K is going to be in my pocket, if not 100. But now that I got those 10, I also got the data of the other 20. Now my job, I'm going to go find contracts that they can complete. And now they either going to bring me in to consult to them to get them these contracts, or we're going to partner together. And once again, since I already got the network and the workforce, I'm not going to go look for no contracts under $1,000,000. Like, matter of fact, I'm going to be looking at contracts anywhere from 2.5 million to $4,000,000. That way, when we do partner, I'm going to get $1,000,000 out of my percentage of partnership because I'm not going to take the prime role. They're going to take the prime role. I'm going to take the subcontractor role. They're going to make more money than me. I'm okay with that, but they also going to work harder than me. Now just imagine this. I told you there was 30 plus businesses in the room. I go look at $4,000,000 projects. I get 10 $4,000,000 projects. That's $40,000,000 overall, right? Sounds like good stuff. But since I'll be the subcontractor, I'll probably have 49% or lower. So we talk about 49% of $40,000,000. We what, $19,000,000. I know it's not right that, but $19,000,000 to say. Now, what if I didn't get $19,000,000? What if I wasn't so stingy? I say, yo, I don't need 49%. You can give me 20%. Or would I just take myself down to like $8,000,000 or something like that? Well, once again, I'm okay with $8,000,000, and here's why. Because in order for them to generate that $40,000,000, they're going to have to exchange their time for the money. I'm not exchanging my time for the money. That's why I got them taking the lead. So now they can go out there, bust their ass for the 40 million. I can collect my 8 million and go on to the next project. And I can do that again and again and again and again. And I won't be exhausting my time because I'm not the lead dog on the project. That's why I want them to prime the project. That's why I went to the EDC. I'm looking for businesses that actually are legit, not the internet where people be lying. I went to places that only a business owner can sit down during the middle of the week for over 8 hours a day. Once again, you got to be making money in order to make that happen. I don't even have to think about it. And you know what else I heard in the room? As the University of Maryland was teaching this information, the people in the room was asking the students, how can we hire you and bring you on? One lady said, how much would it cost for someone to implement their AI system in my operations? And they said, well, it really depends on what you want. She was like, I know, but like, what would you say is like $5,000, $10,000, something of that nature. Like, we're trying to know as business owners so we can plan for this. Well, look, all I had to hear was $5,000, $10,000 because Travis don't talk pricing. Travis talks, and this is how you guys, once again, you're going to make a lot of money real fast. When I go sit down in meetings, when I'm going to go sit down at the meeting with these individuals, I never talked about pricing or anything. I never ever talked pricing because I'm always listening to problems. Your problem will justify the pricing. What do I mean by that? So if their problem is business development, they need to get more contracts in through the door. I need to ask a simple question when I sit down at the table to them. Look, I've been doing this thing called government contracting, consulting with businesses for over 11 years. Each business that I've worked with, business development and contracting has looked completely different for each and every business. So would you mind telling me, what does government contracting and consulting look like to you? Like, can you tell me what it looks like? Because everybody's is different. So now they'll give me the definition of what it will look like for me to consult to them and help them win government contracts. I'll get definition for that, right? So now that I got the definition to that, I know how to utilize my wording when I talk to them. So then I'll repeat it back. I'll say, hey, look, so based on what you said, consulting and government contracting to you would look like exactly what they said. Is that about right? They'll confirm and say, yep, that's exactly how I see you helping us out. My next question then becomes, all right, if we were able to do, repeat the words back to them again, exactly how they said it, if we were able to do that for you and save you X amount of time, what would you say? You'd make a extra $500,000 a year? Now we're talking about dollars. Now all of a sudden it'll work like this. I put them in a corner. They can only answer me one of three ways. They'll say, Travis, yeah, you'll probably save us about 20 hours a week, and you will make us $500,000 based off what you're saying. Okay. Answer two. Travis, you'll save us about 10 hours a week, but $500,000, you're going to make us an extra $2 million. Okay. Great. That's answer two. Answer three will go a little like this. Travis, you're going to help save us 10 hours a week, but $500,000, you ain't going to make us $500,000. You're only going to make us $100,000. Great. Thank you. All I was trying to do is get the customer to explain to their own self my value. Because if you are telling me, if I set all of this up correctly and I'm going to make you $2 million, I would be a goddamn fool to tell you that my services is only worth $5,000. That would be the stupidest thing that I could ever do in the history of my life. So if I'm about to provide you a service that's going to make you $2 million, well, I'm probably going to come up off $200,000. That's how much it costs me. So now $200,000. Well, okay, what is this over a period of 6 months, 7 months, right? Now we can justify the $200,000 because I'm about to make you $2 million. So what is $200,000? If you tell me, well, Travis, you're only going to help make me $100,000. Well, again, I can now justify the $25,000 that I'm about to charge you instead of the $200,000 that would have been in my head if you would have told me $2 million. It's just that simple. Now, everybody, like, could you imagine waking up to help somebody for $5,000, right? Hear me out. You wake up to help somebody for $5,000 and you realize that they make $2 million. Wouldn't you feel some type of way? Wouldn't you feel like you got cheated? Right? Wouldn't you feel like they owe you some more money? Like, They did a disservice to you, but at the end of the day, you did a disservice to yourself because you don't know how to do sales and marketing. You don't know how to talk correctly. Instead, you lay with your pricing instead of listening to my problem. If you listen to my problem will always tell you the price. And if you learn how to talk to me correctly, I'll tell you the price. And that's where you really want to get it to. Now, you don't just have pointless conversations with people. If they, for some reason, say you fixed my stuff, you set it all up, you only gonna make me $10,000, then you probably shouldn't work with that client. $10,000, hell, well, ain't no room for you to make no money. They probably want you to do it for free. They probably gonna use words like "let me pick your brain" or something like that. We don't have time for that. We want to make $1 million fast. And trust me, it's a lot of people out here with disposable income. So that's the game of making $1 million fast. You can take it, leave it, watch this replay, go back, save it, whatever you need to do, but you got to practice that skill set that I just told you right there. And the only way that you can practice it is you got to go in those type of rooms that have the business owners that got the disposable income. And then you just can't be scared. You have to practice it over and over and over again. In the moment that you get one person to pay you $50,000, $25,000, $200,000, the minute that you get somebody to do that, you need to pay attention to everything that you just did so you can go do it again. And don't change nothing up. Just keep doing it over and over again. You got to practice on not talking pricing. You got to practice on if somebody tells you pricing, if somebody came to me and said, Travis, well, how much is your services? I told you, I don't talk pricing. So the minute that they said, Travis, could you tell me how much your services are? I would say, well, look, man, I've been in business for over 11 years consulting to the multiple businesses that we've consulted to over 50 businesses and helped generate them well over $50 million. Could you explain to me, because everybody has been different, would you mind explaining to me exactly what you would need me to help you with? See, I got him away from the pricing. We can't talk pricing right now because I don't even know what you want. You got to explain to me what you want in your words, and then and only then can I present the pricing. Because if I don't know how you want me to operate, the chances are I'm going to cheat myself out of money, or I'm going to lose the deal because I don't know how to conversate with you. I'm talking about what I believe I should cost you. And that ain't how that works. I got to have the person with the money to understand my value before I spit that price out. And that is a skill set. You got to learn how to do that one right there. All right. Alex Brothers, what's happening with you, my brother? Appreciate you being here. We need some help. Hey, go to govconcheatcodes.com. You can get the consultation, or you can get my services right there under the service tab, and we can go ahead and help you out. Chef, what's happening with you? We got a Millennium Globe out there in Louisiana. What's going on? And guys, I will be live tonight at 8:30 p.m. I was just sitting in some traffic, and I ain't never been live on YouTube with my cell phone, so I wanted to check that out. But I'm about to pull up to the crib. I got to get some more work done. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this information. I'm trying to tell you this is the path to make $1 million, and you can do it very quickly if you would like to. I encourage you guys once again to go back, watch the video, stop it, pause it, but you got to go practice the stuff that I just told you in this video, and none of it will work. I love you all, and I'll see you guys later at 8:30 p.m.